begin with Lucas Tomlinson, who has more from the president's primetime address. Lucas.
Well, good early morning, Carly and Todd. If you enlisted in the U.S. military in recent weeks or even decades earlier, the check's in the mail. President Trump announcing a warrior dividend or Christmas bonus for our forces. The dollar amount has special meaning. Carly, you said it, 1776 in honor of the country's 250th birthday.
1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call warrior dividend before Christmas. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military.
President Trump addressing the nation in prime time last night, largely focusing on the U.S. economy. The president said he inherited a mess and blamed Democrats for high prices. Trump touted his efforts to make life more affordable, displaying the charts to prove it, and also announcing plans for housing reform.
Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. In the new year, I will announce some of the most aggressive housing reform plans in American history. A major factor in driving up housing costs was the colossal border invasion. The last administration and their allies in Congress brought in millions and millions of migrants and gave them taxpayer-funded housing.
The president did not mention Venezuela last night or anything about the arrival of recent forces, including Air Force rescue helicopters from Japan used to recover downed pilots behind enemy lines. Guys?
Lucas Tomlinson live for us. Lucas, thank you. With that, let us bring in Republican National Committee Senior Advisor Danielle Alvarez. But Danielle, before we ask your opinion on the speech, let's hear more of it. Here is President Trump talking about grocery prices.
The price of a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden last year. The price of eggs is down 82% since March, and everything else is falling rapidly. And it's not done yet, but boy, are we making progress. You will see in your wallets and bank accounts in the new year, after years of record-setting falling incomes, our policies are boosting take-home pay at a historic pace.
Danielle, throughout the speech, you heard the president go over the facts, but the midterms will come down to how people feel. How soon into 2026 will the American people feel that the economy is improving, and will that feel extend all the way to November when they have to vote in the midterms?
Well, you heard President Trump last night address all of the wins that he's delivered for the American people. It was a great year in review. We started the year in a complete mess. Of course, Joe Biden had failed our nation, had put us into a big hole. President Trump delivering major accomplishments in his first year and looking ahead to the next. Of course, as we head towards the midterm elections, as you mentioned, it's exactly important that the American people feel the wins that President Trump has delivered. And we're headed well in that direction, putting more money in Americans' pockets. The One Big Beautiful Bill and the working class family tax cuts are going to be incredibly important. And if you listened to his speech last night, if you've listened to Secretary Bessent, Q1 and Q2 are going to feel great for the American people.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has also reacted to this speech. He called it unhinged and said that the president refuses to acknowledge that it's his tariffs that are increasing prices for the American people. What is your reaction to that?
I don't know that anybody, even his own party, listens to what Hakeem Jeffries says. All that the Democrats can do is lie, and they try to blame President Trump and spin the narrative when it was, in fact, Joe Biden who, again, devastated our nation by opening our borders, by creating inflation that hit as high as 9%, was on average at 7%. It was a disaster for our country, and again, in one short year. The most shocking thing about the speech last night was that in 19 minutes, the president was able to discuss and tick off all of the great wins for our people. Of course, he acknowledged that there is more work to do. He is laser focused on the future. He is laser focused on our country and on his America First agenda.
A new Fox News poll shows 90% 90, that is a huge number, percent of registered voters are worried about inflation and high prices, which is higher than it was when President Trump first took office. I mean, you said it best when you said these problems were caused, high inflation and the like, by the Biden administration. But President Trump and the Republicans are in power now. Has the Republican Party embraced the smack in the face, the wake-up call, whatever you want to call it, that the American people are giving them as we head into the midterms? Not President Trump. We heard his speech last night. We know he gets it. But the Republican Party, who has to go out there and campaign to win votes between now and November.
My best advice for any candidates is to lean into President Trump, because good governance is what is going to help us win these midterm elections. Again, these policies are making a difference for the American people. One short year in, they're going to continue making a difference as we head towards next year, as we see those tax cuts really go into effect. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtimes. Of course, the president's bringing down drug prices through the favored nation drug prices. Lots of wins for Republicans to tout. I want to see our candidates embrace President Trump, embrace his successful agenda. Of course, talk about the kitchen table issues that matter most to Americans. There's two places that the American people like President Trump. It's behind the Resolute desk, behind the campaign trail. You'll see him out on the trail with our Republican candidates, making sure to get them across the finish line so we can get 4 full years of wins and America first for this nation.
And of course, one of the highlights from the speech were those warrior dividend checks of $1,776. It's a very memorable number, and those checks, as the president said yesterday, are already in the mail. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
we
Danielle.
appreciate your expertise as always.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.